What's up, everyone? This is RJD from the Content Factory Media Group. The first step in our production process is we start with a phone call. Everything that we do here starts with a conversation. It's literally, we only talk about 4 things. I want to understand your vision, the objective for your project, your deadline, and if you have a budget in place, or what is that budget. Once we get done with that phone call, we will set up a strategy session. In this strategy session, we'll be diving deeper into what your offers are, who your audience is, and your sales process. The last thing we'll want to go deep into or get a better understanding of is your brand identity, your brand personality. How do you want to be perceived? We want to give your brand a personality, and we want not only for you to understand, but our whole team to understand who your brand is and how you want to be portrayed. Once the strategy session is done, we go on to the next phase, which is the strategy reveal. So we take in all the information that we did on the strategy session, and then we curate and we create the best possible videos that will work best for your sales process. In that strategy reveal, you'll either agree, and once you agree on that, you will make a deposit. Once the deposit is made, we move on to the pre-production, and that's when we actually do the location scouting, we do script writing, we bounce back and forth. This whole process is very collaborative. So it's important that we get your input as much as possible when we're doing this pre-production and we're writing these scripts for your brand and your business. We'll plan out the whole entire production day, and we'll put it into a format called the creative brief. The creative brief is gonna detail and lay out everything that we'll be covering and shooting on the production day. Once the creative brief is developed and you agree upon it, that's when we move into the production. And once we get into the production, I will have Director Raul talk to you a little bit more about the production process and what we do as we go on into the next phases of this production.
Yo, what's good? It's your man Raul from the Content Factory Media Group, and I'm going to talk to you all a little bit about our production process. As you would see in the creative brief, you would see everything that's being done from the production day workflow up to the actual post-production. As far as on set and the production, we always try to make sure we're always on point on time, and we always make sure that we're getting all the necessary shots that we would need to create that desired outcome for you. After that production day, when we take over into the post-production part of the video production, that's where we work on delivering for you a first draft. And the first draft takes within 7 to 10 days. In 7 to 10 days, you would have a first draft that you will review, and that's where you will give us your feedback before we do most of the extra graphics and titling and most of the final touches. So that first draft, first round of edits is very important that we get your feedback on those so we can get our team up to date and complete your project at a faster rate. After you give us your feedback, please make sure that your revisions are clear, cut, and direct. That way we are able to communicate it to the team, complete the drafts, and to get your product out to you. After the final approval on that second draft, that's when we deliver to you the final draft of your video with all the materials that we promised in the creative brief. And this has been Content Factory Media Group. We are looking forward to working with you, and let's begin our adventure today.